It's the turn.
The turn is not
What
hard.
up, everybody, and welcome to the DLLS Cowboys Podcast on whatever day of the week this is.
Tuesday!
At least one team is interested in Mike McCarthy. Are the Cowboys? We don't know. What's Jerry doing right now? Let's figure it all out. Right? Meow. Let's go, Mavs. Let's go, Mavs.
5 in a row.
Go, have we won some stuff? Or
No,
we lost?
no, they've
4 in a row.
Oh, we've been losing?
No, they lost
Three, 4, 5 in a row. Yeah,
Oh,
they've been
Ky-
losing.
Kyrie out?
Yeah.
Wow.
Kyrie's out.
We need to hire McCarthy.
Yeah.
We need to get McCarthy in there. Get this
Well,
thing turned around.
No,
Little
yeah,
point
play at
guard.
home.
No, we're going to get this thing squared away. Anyway, welcome into the DLLS Cowboys Podcast. As we got Mike McCarthy in Limbo. We'll see what the Cowboys are up to. There is another team interested in him. So what is going on with all of that? Today on a Tuesday? Is it Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Tote that thing.
On a Tote That Thing Tuesday. Boy, today is a challenge. Today is tote something from this season to next season for the Cowboys. I dare you to come up with an answer in the chat because it's hard. Please hit the like and subscribe button while you're here. Hi, my name is what?
You think Mike McCarthy could limbo?
No.
You think
Yeah.
where would the line have to be? What would the line?
Four.
What would
How
the
tall
bar,
is Mike?
I was
what
gonna
would
say
the
6
bar,
foot.
What would the bar
3?
have to be
How
for
tall
Mike
is Mike?
to get the arch and go up under the under the bar?
How tall is Mike? Like 6'1"?
The other way.
I think he's like
Not that way.
6'1", 6'2", yeah.
The bar would have to be 5'11". I think
you think he go that low?
I think he could do that. I think he could lean his head back. A little bit. I think he could get 6'2".
He's 6'2"?
I think he could get under a 5'10" bar.
Okay.
That's a large man.
I mean, we're talking about Mike. Let's be honest about it. What could you get under? I mean, I don't know what
I'm nasty at limbo.
Are you?
Oh, I'm a beast.
You do play, yeah. Yeah, let's go. Come on.
I don't know.
I mean,
Let's
how
go.
low can
I
you-
don't know.
I'm talking about
Here,
this
what do we got?
back.
I don't know.
What can
I
you
don't
get
know.
under? I mean, come on.
We got a
Can you-
vacuum.
okay.
You want to get the vacuum?
Can you get under
I
this
don't know.
desk?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, what
Where's
can you
the
get
broom?
under?
Hey, Ben, bring us a broom.
Do you have to?
I don't know.
Do you have to just do the lean?
No, I don't know.
Do you have to just lean back?
Your knees. Your
What
knees
can you
are
get
low.
Do
under?
you just have to
Yeah.
lean back, or
What
can
can
I
you
go
get?
under however I want?
No,
You gotta-
limbo.
you gotta
You gotta
go
go. You know how
limbo.
limbo goes.
Oh, okay. I'm 6'3". I could get under 5'11" and a half. yeah, no, I don't know.
I don't know if
we
you.
saw
I don't know if
body
you.
doesn't.
I don't know if you've been in that well. I don't know if you've been in that well. Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Those knees,
That's
man.
what I'm saying.
Those knees. Those knees.
No, have you guys seen the bag game though? I was way better at the bag game than I thought
What's the
I'd
bag
be.
game?
It's very white. You get like a paper sack like you would get groceries in.
Yeah.
And you put it on the ground and you have to go down and pick it up with your mouth.
The bag?
Yeah.
The bag.
And then you tear off
Pause?
whatever part your mouth touched, and then the next person goes until the bag gets shorter and shorter and shorter, and you got to keep getting down there and pick it up with your mouth.
Oh.
This wasn't canceled in COVID?
Did way better than I thought I was going to do.
So
in that
you
game.
bent this way and
I
picked
did-
up stuff
no,
with your mouth.
I was doing like a lunge situation and getting down like
Oh,
yeah,
little yoga?
yeah.
The Pilates. The Pilates got. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So you was lunging.
But the mouth worked well.
Oh, my mouth.
Pause.
My friend,
Major pause.
this
That's
mouth,
a major pause.
this mouth,
That's a major pause. This is a major pause.
This
That's-
mouth?
That's crazy.
is amazing.
That's wild.
I
That's
made a
wild.
living with it.
Okay, who are you?
I've been talking. I'm Jeff. Next to me is former Cowboys wide receiver Jesse Holland.
Oh, Jesse Holland.
That's how they sound with the mouth. That's
Oh.
how they sound right there.
That's how they
Be a
sound.
reality show.
That was a feat for you.
Oh, I mean,
Next to Jesse is one of the pretty good beat writers for the Cowboys, Clarence Hill.
If you want to win, put pop.
you raw dogging?
I am not. It's cold
public
outside.
shaming.
Shaming works.
It's not about it.
Work.
We
It's
got
Public
him.
shaming.
It's-
We working on Joe.
it's-
We working on
Yo,
Joe.
We'll get there.
I
We'll
don't
get
want my,
We working on Joe.
We'll get there.
We gotta work on Joe.
Next to Clarence is a beat writer that's just a little better than him, Joe Hoyt.
Tell him something, Joe.
Just a little better than Clarence as a beat writer.
This close.
Yeah, just the the awards and the accomplishments aren't there yet.
No.
but I can see it.
Scouting.
The people know. Yeah, I got a scouting eye.
Man of the people.
Clarence ain't even going to react. Clarence, hey, what's going on with McCarthy? He coming back or what?
You know, have the Cowboys allowed McCarthy to get a market? Have they allowed him to gain leverage?
12 and 5, right?
If Jerry has allowed this situation where it may not be on his timeline, you know, certainly.
Wait a minute. You're saying that the hiring of your head coach could potentially not be on the timeline of the general manager, president, and owner of the football team?
Yeah.
Holy.
I mean, because
crazy.
Jerry has his own timeline.
That's crazy.
And
You're not going to get me today.
What do you mean we're not going to get
You're not going to get me today.
It's a tale as old as time.
Nah, you're not going to get me
crazy.
today. The world is not all about how many views you get on your YouTube shorts and your Instagram reels. I'm not doing it.
Yes, it is.
I'm not doing it.
That's
Yeah, if you got a little vein popping every time you're about to, and like
Before you rant,
I'm not ranting. I swear on everything.
before you rant,
Not doing it.
I'm sure everybody knows Mike McCarthy has been, the Chicago Bears requested to interview Mike McCarthy.
Hell yeah. What did the Cowboys say?
The Cowboys have said nothing. As of yesterday, as of this morning, I was driving in, I called to check in, and there's been no response. And I don't know if the Cowboys are ignoring it, but we all know if you allow him to interview, then you're saying you don't want him as head coach.
Right.
If you block him from interviewing, conceivably you're saying we want to keep him as head coach. Of course, that's our logic. It could be I'm just going to block you because this is my timeline. You're not going to rush me, and I can block you until next Wednesday, and I can still let you go. Because that's Jerry logic.
And you can. And you can. I mean, that's his contract. His contract says we are the only team with the right to negotiate up to this point. But if you have no intention of negotiating it, I'm not doing it.
You're talking about the fair. You're
not
talking
doing
about
it.
right.
But Jeff, you said hey was in the barn.
I'm not doing it.
You're talking about
I'm not doing
what's
it.
the human decency and the right thing to do
That's right,
regarding
Clarence.
this coach,
Yep.
regarding this staff whose
Yep.
families are all in limbo.
Can we get a one shot on Clarence or a two shot on Clarence? Do we have that capability? Okay.
You know how.
I mean,
Well, Clarence, just stare right at that one
I'm just saying.
and just let it be known what Jerry's doing and how that is from a human perspective.
I mean,
and
just
a
do
business
the right
perspective.
thing. I mean, regarding the coach, regarding his families, regarding the families of all the assistants, don't leave them hanging. I mean, and that's what you're doing right now. You're leaving them hanging. The hay should have been in the barn. You know, this is something we discussed before the season when you didn't give him a contract extension because of Green Bay.
Oh, look at that. We got a one shot. Okay.
Green
so now
Bay.
say it, but crank it up a little bit. Crank it up a little
Green Bay
bit.
did not happen. Okay, we did not have a repeat of Green Bay. They didn't even get to the playoffs. What is there left to discuss? What is there left to analyze? The hay is in the barn. You have your families. You have Mike McCarthy's family. You got 20-something assistants' families, all hanging in the balance with this decision with Jerry Jones. Be human. Be decent. Do the right thing for the fan base. Do the right thing for your coaching staff. Make a decision now.
There you go. That's not bad. That's not bad.
It's not
Yeah,
bad.
That wasn't bad.
For your
not bad at
first,
yeah,
for your first one-shot rant,
Yeah, it
I
wasn't
actually
bad.
thought it was quite good.
that's pretty good, bro.
I thought it was quite good.
Pretty
Your
good,
fist
man.
bumps are weird, but that wasn't.
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
I wasn't really going into a rant. We're just talking through the situation, but you got to do what's right.
That's
man.
how most rants happen.
Yeah.
We talk about it and then it hits
Yeah.
hits it.
I mean, I didn't resort to calling him. What the name you call him? I mean, you're a name caller.
I don't mean to be a name caller.
You're a name caller.
I don't mean to be.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
What? No,
I don't mean
You,
to be a
you,
name.
you name call, apologize, and then
No,
it's a whole thing.
Here's how the name calling happens. You get going, and you accidentally going, and I don't plan a rant, so I don't have a script, and I don't know where I'm going.
Just
I'm
like
just
Jerry
going.
Lamb.
Yeah.
And so when you end it, you have to end it with something. And I tend to end it with a name call because I don't know how else to dismiss
Or else.
Yeah, so that's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah. But on the note that you were talking about, like with the families and stuff like that too, I asked John Fossil because I think that's a scenario that like a lot of us can't put ourselves into. Is hey, not only me but my family were in limbo. I don't have a contract. I don't know where I'm going. We might be moving to Chicago next week. Who knows, right? And I asked him like, what does that even feel like? He's like, I'm not going to lie to you, it's stressful. He talked about how he gets sick after the season usually because like all this adrenaline rushes, you know, with coaches because you're in the grind and next thing you know you don't have anything to grind on. So the reality hits you. You get sick. They're stressed, man. They want to know too. So it's not only Mike McCarthy.
Mike Zimmer got something.
the girl I know.
Oh my God.
Is her name Sunset?
My bad. I couldn't. He lobbed it up. I'm sorry.
Mike Zimmer's good.
Congratulate. I don't understand why they're laughing about it. Congratulations to Mike on his engagement, and maybe your future be blessed. I don't know what y'all are doing.
But
A lot of people are engaged. A lot of people have a significant other. What are y'all
shit, I
doing?
forgot my ring. Oh,
Did you drop an S?
yeah, I did.
Do you know where your ring is?
Yeah, it's at home.
No, I'm not going to rant.
but this is the soap opera that we love. Right? Like, let's be honest.
We love having content.
This is the soap opera we love. This is the soap opera we hate. This is the mix that we find ourselves in seamlessly every single time, like all the time. This is we did the same song and dance with Jason Garrett. We did, like, it always finds its way here. And the timeline of Jerry Jones and the difference between, we said it yesterday, between you being a competent, competitive, seriously competitive football team,
one micropene,
and you're not, are the small details. And I talked about it yesterday about my details.
Yep.
Will I say something else?
No.
No, I'm laughing at what Jeff said.
I made it funny, but I just
let it in there.
Just keep going.
I had to rewatch and catch
just
it.
keep
I
going.
missed it. My fault.
Is that a double entendre? With snuck it in?
I guess.
But we talked about yesterday. I talked about yesterday about things that frustrated me about this team, and you talk about the details, and that starts from the top, because even the details of doing things in a timely fashion for the respect of the people involved. 32 assistant coaches this football staff has. 32 are now all sitting around waiting and trying to figure out what is our next move. Mike ain't the only one that got families. Like, this is a lot of people have to look around and say, where will my next meal come from?
Right.
Where will my next check come from?
Are we moving?
Where are we moving to?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and that all has to be situated in all this. And it's just
And it's incongruent because, as we found out in Landman, it's all about family for Jerry.
It's all about family. Yeah.
Okay. For
He
you,
did a great job on
for
Landman.
you to make this about family, and you're working with family and family being so much a part of the Cowboys, to leave these other families in limbo.
Ain't his family.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's inconsistent. That's incongruent. That's hypocritical. If you care about family so much, and you care about the Cowboys family, your family, then care about these families.
Meanwhile, other opportunities are being taken by other coaches. Not officially yet. There's interviews, but the other fields are getting taken care of.
I think that's what makes it. Really tough to really have a great grasp on what the Cowboys' plan is at this moment, because my logical brain would tell me that the fact that they have not talked about who else they're going to interview or who they might be interested in or told Mike to go away, the logical brain of, oh, okay, so that means that they are keeping Mike McCarthy. Like, they have an exclusive negotiating window. They have not granted him the ability to go interview with the Bears who are interested. So that would line up with, oh, okay, so Mike McCarthy is staying around. But if that were the case and you haven't done it yet, what the hell are you doing? It's like, it just doesn't make sense from we're trying to win. You're either wasting your time. I know what they're doing.
tell us.
They're staying in the headlines for another week. Jerry Jones will announce the decision on Friday.
No, not Friday.
Oh, yeah,
No,
Friday.
not Friday. No, not Friday.
Or Saturday
Don't
morning.
do it Friday. I got plans on Friday.
Well, it'll be fine.
Don't do it Friday.
You'll be at AT&T.
No,
so
I
you'll be
don't
there.
wanna work.
You'll just go to the media. You'll go upstairs to the media room.
Can't do it Friday.
Listen,
Friday.
you'll go up
Not
to the media
Friday.
room. You'll crack open your laptop, and then we'll bust this down about how this thing is going to
I
happen.
mean, we got
Your mic
football
won't
watching.
work.
We got plans. We got things to do Thursday night,
Jerry,
Friday.
you may see Jerry at the stadium. He might be there.
A smart football team with a competent general manager we would have the list of the people that they've requested to interview. They'd be lining up interviews. If you had a competent person at the top, we would either have those things or confirmation that the head coach is returning. The fact that we have neither means it's just the standard operating procedure of Jerry and his little Netflix thing. Soap opera 365 days a year. Going into Wild Card Weekend, he will want you to talk about the Dallas Cowboys at the expense of making good decisions that lead towards winning at football. It's embarrassing. He should be embarrassed, and nobody cares. Like the number, I know some people care. The number of people that care is not big enough. There are a lot of Cowboy fans that are going to be Cowboy fans forever because they love the Cowboy brand. And it's pretty gross. Make that man try to do his job the best he can. He doesn't have to. There's no benefit to doing his job the best he can. You're an embarrassment.
Mini rant.
But you're an incredible owner, and you've done a great job at making money for a lot of people and your family. So I hope to do the same for my family one day and have people hate me while we swim in our rooms full of cash. Coming up next, we'll continue, and congratulations. Congratulations to Zeke. Going to get him a ring. The DLLS Cowboys podcast rolls on. Next.
Hello, Fresh. We're all busy. Everyone has schedules, timelines. We're coming, we're going, we're doing multiple things, multiple jobs. Everybody has stuff going on. If you want to make shopping for dinner a breeze, then you need to get with our friends at HelloFresh. HelloFresh, they are offering right now a deal of a lifetime. Get 10 free meals at HelloFresh.com's when you use our promo code FREECOWBOYS. But you got to sign up. They take all of the legwork out of cooking. They get you the food. They get you all the ingredients. They even get you down to the seasoning. And if you're anything like this dude, you know nothing about seasoning, but it doesn't matter. You pick the meals. You pick what you want. HelloFresh, deliver them to your doorstep. Snow's coming to DFW, so they say. You don't want to be at the grocery store. Get down with HelloFresh. Get 10 free meals. Use the free promo code FREECOWBOYS at HelloFresh.com.
And we can get that snow in here and out of here because we got a football game to play at the end of January. Obviously, the Dallas Cowboys won't be playing because the owner and GM is inept and incompetent. But we will have the East-West Shrine Bowl at AT&T Stadium because Jerry does do a great job of bringing fun things to the stadium. The East-West Shrine Bowl is absolutely incredible. You'll have a week of some of the best players in college football that'll be out there getting ready for a college football all-star game that is going to be played January 30th, AT&T Stadium. It's the East-West Shrine Bowl, and since 1925, this game has benefited Shriners Children's and its mission to provide innovative pediatric specialty care to improve and transform the lives of children. So many different NFL players have played in the East-West Shrine game, and there's going to be a bunch of NFL dudes out there this time as well. So get yourself a ticket. It is at shrinebowl.com. And those tickets start at just $20. So visit shrinebowl.com and buy your tickets today. Seriously, congrats to Zeke. Zeke did catch on with the playoff team for a chance to chase a ring. Zeke is going to sign with the practice squad of the LA Chargers.
Congrats.
And honestly, if you look at the Chargers, I mean, it's late and there's very little time. So I would not be surprised if he just stayed on the practice squad and did not actually play any football. But I mean, they got nothing behind J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
Gus Edwards has been terrible. Everything behind him has been
hurt.
Even worse than terrible. But, I mean, even on the season, like, Dobbins is like a 4.5 yard per carry guy. Edwards was at like 3.5. And when they let the Michigan kid Haskins get the ball, he's at like 2.1. They got nothing. He might have a chance. He might get to play.
He's good from 1 yard out.
He's good from 1 yard out.
Well, and he may be better in that offense, in that scheme. You know, he fits what Harbaugh. I mean, I said maybe. I said maybe. The type of power football that they do out there, it's a perfect situation for Zeke. If he's going to succeed, it's the right place to go.
I hope he does. I really do. I only talk all the negative about him because he's just not,
Because you want the best for the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
But that's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really not about Zeke. It's about what's best for the Cowboys, what helps the Cowboys win. That's why you're negative about it.
Yeah. And I guess that, for the Chargers, even though they don't really have another decent option behind J.K. Dobbins, the Cowboys didn't have a decent option behind Rico, and we still wished that he didn't play. So I guess we'll find out is what's going to happen, is whether Zeke will actually get to play or he won't get to play. He's washed. Yeah, that is true.
LA's great. LA's great this time of the year.
You think so?
I know so. It's great. Like
They got some good swag. You know, like to
Great
wear the
any
practice
time of the year.
squad.
When is it not great?
just this time of the year when you can leave the cold and go.
LA's overrated.
The check. Oh,
See? Look at you.
God
Jeff unplugged his mic. He's an old man. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Get him.
He's a pop.
Get him. Get him.
You pulled it out.
Pause.
He pulled his mic out. I mean, Jesse.
And then put it back in.
oh.
Wow.
Pause.
All right, let's start just toting things.
Pull out
man,
game
man.
strong over there.
Man.
Yeah, that's next segment.
Oh, that's not the next segment?
No,
Let's
it's
go.
not until next segment. Can I talk more crap about Jerry Jones for a second?
Yes,
solo
sure.
shot.
Now
is
that
your
your
mic on?
mic's on,
It should be on. Yeah, it should be on.
You're good.
Yeah. My name's not Juanita.
Well,
wow.
yeah.
I've only been fired. I'll have you know, I've only been fired from Kroger.
Didn't you steal from Kroger?
You got fired for stealing from Kroger?
Yeah.
I didn't get fired for stealing. I got fired for taking
They built the case.
a winter vacation without telling anybody
No call, no show.
for 2 weeks. I had friends in town. I got fired from Kroger. I got fired from Sonic.
You definitely stole from Sonic.
I got every time somebody ordered chicken tenders,
I'm about to-
mozzarella sticks, or anything with toast, I definitely made extra. I got fired from Lowe's.
The hardware store?
This is
Yeah.
a wild list.
I got fired from
GameStop? Is
Jeremy
that
Phillips
next?
said crab legs.
I got fired from 97 Won the Freak, but that wasn't my fault. We were doing a great product. The person who hired it and whose idea the whole thing was got fired before we launched, and we were going to be in trouble the whole way, but we tried our best. That was a great time. I'm sure there's more. I've been fired from a lot of stuff. But I don't know. You guys will find out one day. Getting fired is fun as hell. Well, it means you get to do new stuff. What?
I don't know if that's the case.
Yeah. Jane Slater talked to a former, or not a former, a player for the Cowboys, talking about if Mike McCarthy should come back, and this is what a player said. And we can see if we can guess the player based on the words.
Yeah.
You guys are around him a lot. Tell me if you can just read the words and go, aha, got him. I only think it's fair if he gets one more shot, but more on his terms from the standpoint of really being able to run it how he wants. Whoever else you go with, there's going to be an unknown, but he did build something pretty good over the last 5 years with one hand behind his back, because it's not easy being a head coach here, but it's worth it because it's the number one brand in sports. Stupid thing to say about the team that's goal is supposed to be winning.
Why you sound like why you saying this Dak?
Sound a lot like Dak to me.
That was it. Sounds like Dak
Why
to
you
me.
saying
Like
Dak?
Dak to me.
I think it's Dak.
Sounds a
I
lot
sound
like
like
what Dak
that.
said on record.
What do you think? Who do you think it is?
Oh, I have no idea. I just want you guys to make reckless accusations.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It does sound like what he said on record.
Yeah.
The player also added one of the things that would help Mike McCarthy is extra help in the weight and training room. I asked him to elaborate, quote, more help. I mean like more bodies. Most places got so many hands on deck to cater to guys. Britt is awesome and cares a lot, but he only has a couple of guys to help. Same with Harold. That's Nash.
Coach Nash.
Yep.
He has the respect and
Rotate
love in the
team.
locker room, but having another person or two to focus solely on recovery, managing, etc., so players will feel more taken care of and the staff can focus on building the performance program more. The player adds it will cost money to add more people, but he sees value in that. So whoever this player is saying that they also don't have a big enough training staff, they don't have a big enough whatever.
So it must be somebody who got hurt before.
Well, they said that actually the NFLPA did a survey of teams and they dinged the training staff with not enough bodies.
For not enough bodies, yeah.
And
I love you, Britt. Don't. That's Clarence.
No,
No,
that's
that's
the
the
NFL.
NFL.
That's the
That's
NFL
NFLPA
brand.
reported that.
that was the players in the NFL, and they tried to say it was one player that said that and whatever else. I get all that. That's not why they went 7-10.
Well, they did have a lot
They
of
had a
guys
lot
get
of
hurt.
injuries, yeah.
A lot of injuries.
No, I'm
But they got
with
injured
you.
on the field. They didn't get injured because they didn't have the workout program and the
Well, that's-
training staff.
Sometimes if you work out certain areas of the body and get time possession,
That's
to it.
that's
And
not.
if you
what-
had an extra guy in there to make sure your form was tight,
yeah, your form
keeping
was
it tight. You know,
I
you gotta-
mean,
On that note, though, the NFLPA thing came out this offseason.
Yeah.
That's something they could have remedied, to throw in a point.
I don't think it's a cheap thing though. I don't think Jerry said I'm not going to hire another guy because he spends money on the team. He
Yeah,
spends
yeah.
money on the facility. He spends money on a lot of stuff there, and you can see he can
It's a
be
nice
cheap
facility.
about them. He can be cheap about paying contract. He's not cheap about the
I think they're
stuff
two
to
different
support
things.
the players.
I think Jerry is not cheap about AT&T Stadium, although obviously he, like everybody else, does socialize. What is it called? You privatize profit and you socialize cost. So he does get the city to pay for a bunch of his billion-dollar building, but he's not going to go cheap on something that's going to be on TV and highlight who the Cowboys are. So the stadium, the star, those things are going to be gorgeous and state-of-the-art because it makes his brand look big. Having a fourth guy in the training room doesn't make his team look big because nobody knows about it except his team. So I think Jerry could absolutely be cheap on that.
Cincinnati's cheap. You know,
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm just talking about their levels to this, okay? You know, you talk about their scouting department, how few people they have in those departments. He doesn't have a small scouting department. There are teams that have small coaching staffs because they're cheap. The Cowboys don't have a streamlined coaching staff. They have a lot of coaches. So I can't,
They have 32
So
coaches.
I can't see that
32
he's
assistants.
only have. I mean, I think that's the people in the scouting department who want to run things their way, who probably don't want all these other hands. If they ask for more people, I think he would give it to them. I'm just saying, we can say a lot of stuff about Jerry. Him being cheap as far as the hands on deck, I think that's unfair. I think that's wrong. In that sense.
We'll probably agree to disagree. I mean, I think the fact, and maybe this just goes more back into Jerry wants to do things his way and inside his comfort zone. I think the fact that your head coach is a guy that was unemployed and is making $4 million in a world where head coaches make between $15 and $20 million to be the best ones, and maybe that's just more that Jerry
Never paid head coaches, right?
Well, and that's embarrassing.
Cheap, but I'm just talking about the numbers of coaches, though, and numbers of staff. They got departments out the wazoo. I mean, they're spending money on personnel. You go in, they got an army of social media. They got everything is
underpaid.
They may be underpaid, and there are a lot of people who take that job.
I know.
And as a staffer, as a training staff, to be on the Cowboys and be underpaid.
The reason that the Cowboys,
and I think that's more about Britt and what he wants, and those guys what they want than saying that Jerry doesn't want people. And I love Britt. I know what he does, as far as training those guys. But I think that's more about how they run their department.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is the beauty of the Cowboys that they have built such a successful brand. Because for a lot of people, I'm not talking about football players at this point. I'm talking about in any role with the Cowboys. A lot of people do want, they like saying they work for the Cowboys.
Right.
And a lot of people who get hired there relative to the job they do, if it were somewhere else, they would make more money and they stay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that seeps into Jerry's brain, and he now kind of expects that from everybody. Is congratulations, you're part of the Dallas Cowboys. You may appreciate that and say thank you to me instead of trying to do the best.
Like Bucky, I remember with just 2 people there. They got like 4 or 5 people back there.
Yeah, the operation has gotten larger.
Yeah,
as far they
if
I had to take a side, I would side with Clarence in the fact that there's a lot of people at that organization. Like there's a lot of departments.
I thought we were friends.
No, we are. But honest is honest. Honest is
I thought your point was interesting.
I thought we were friends.
Yeah, no, but I think if it was truly a concern, if Jim Maurer came to Jerry and said, "Hey, I need more guys," like I think he would cut the budget to get more guys, or if significant enough players came to him and said, "Hey, we need a couple more dudes here and there that will help us be what we need." I don't think Jerry would.
He would go tell Mike, "Look, you're going to work for $3.6 million instead of $4. I got to go get this guy."
That might happen, but those people are getting to the places that they need.
We need to hit this super chat quick.
Yeah, Daniel's a beast.
Daniel.
Look at that super chat.
Oh,
I missed the freak. It was a lovely radio station.
Yeah, are we talking about radio stations?
Yeah, it was a Hall of Fame radio station.
Oh, you thought it was his nickname?
No, I thought you missed that freak.
What?
Oh.
No. It was a wonderful radio station. It's tough.
Double entendre, Daniel. Double entendre.
Thank you for everybody that's here, that's hitting the like button, that's hitting the subscribe button. You're all heroes. And is there another super chat? Did I hit it?
No, we got it.
I think there was
we hit it.
the $2 one.
Okay. Oh, okay. It was just, he just threw it in there.
He was just saying that this is
Throw a
what's
shout
up.
out.
Real
Yeah,
black.
shout out.
Real black.
Real black.
Real black.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.
We took Jeff Blackheart in the pre-show. Don't worry about it.
No,
We
you
snatched
didn't.
it back.
Nobody can take my blackness from me.
We took it.
It's mine. Coming up next, it's a Tote That Thing Tuesday.
Tote
and this is a
that
challenge.
thing!
This is a challenge to you. We're looking for something that was in this year's football team that you want them to carry to next year. Can you find something and put it in the chat for us? It's next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
The off season is here, but not the cool. You want to make sure that your eyes and your face and your swag is on point. The only way to do that, of course, dress nice, right? Get you some nice clothes, get you some nice gear.
Yeah.
But when you step outside, you want to put on those Shady Rays. Head over to ShadyRays.com and use the promo code DLLS and get 35% off a pair of polarized glasses. Polarized.
That'd be fun.
Polarized
I like polarized.
glass. Shady Rays is an independent glass sunglass company offering world-class products rated 5-star by over 300,000 people. We know that Jerry wants the views, but so does Shady Rays. 300,000 people say this is 5-star. Listen, you can't miss an opportunity like this. Go get you a pair. Go get someone else a pair. Go get the family swagged out. ShadyRays.com. Use the promo code DLLS and get 35% off polarized sunglasses.
Also, shout out to our friends at Sleeper. There are other sports teams in DFW that are still playing. There are football teams that tried their hardest and are probably run way better that are still going to play football. So you can still hop on the Sleeper app and make your picks. Do you think that these guys are going to have more or less than their projected stats each week? All you got to do is correctly identify more or less, and then the more picks that you make with your more or less, the more you can make. With our friends at Sleeper, it's your daily fantasy, and it's awesome. With the code DLLS Boys, you get the hookup. You'll get $55 in free entries when you place a $5 contest, and that applies to any contest. It doesn't have to be your first one. So, all you got to do is pick whether certain players in any sport, and you can combine it across sports, whatever. Whether these players have more or less than whatever their projected stats are this week, the more picks you combine, the more you can win, all the way up to 100 times your money. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational over 25 states, including Texas.
This is Texas.
Woo! All right, today is a big challenge. Today will challenge you as a broadcaster
Tote that thing.
and as an analyst.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we were built for.
This is it.
This is what they hired us for.
Yeah.
Is to do the tough jobs. And today our job is to execute a Tote That Thing Tuesday.
Let's do it.
Something from this year's Cowboy football that you would like to see carried into next year's Cowboy football. Good luck.
Well, thank you.
Welcome, Aisha. It's
a
good to
jet
see
sweep.
you. Aisha's in the building.
What's up, guys?
And if you wouldn't mind,
Tote that
thing.
All right. I would like to tote.
Oh, you're gonna steal mine. I have a feeling.
Steal it.
No.
Steal it.
I would like to tote Cavanaugh Turpin
We're good.
being used as a weapon on this offense
Damn
into
it.
next year. I
Stole
stole.
yours?
No, you didn't steal mine. I
knew
didn't
I
even
was
think
a-
of it. And that's a really good one.
That
That's
is a
way
really-
better.
That
Yes.
is a good one.
God, dog it.
Dallas used him out the backfield this year. Dallas used him, like I said, more as a receiver on the outside. We got to see him do some bunch formations. Just really showed off what he was capable of. I want more of that. If I'm not mistaken, he's a restricted free agent.
Restricted.
Yeah,
Yep.
you'll have him unless you don't want him.
Okay,
basically.
so absolutely. He had one of his best returning years, one of the top returners in the league this year. I want more. Pro Bowler again. Two-time. I would like more of Cavanaugh Turpin. He needs to be a part of whatever you do with your receiving core moving forward.
Hell yeah. I mean, in a world where they have a mix of guys that are, I think, just guys, Turpin actually has something that is unique in his skill set. And I do hope that he becomes, I don't think he's going to be a number 2 wide receiver.
No,
You need to
never.
find a number 2 wide receiver. But him being your second or third running back while he's motion man and run fast and screen guy. Yeah, you found something. Damn.
Can Prince, the wide receiver coach, can he help progress that, like as a receiver? Because I know that he's fast, but when it comes to running routes, when it comes to understanding the timing in routes, like I personally don't think that Prince is such a great wide receiver coach.
But what do you know?
Yeah, what do you know?
I know nothing.
No, I agree with you. And that's something about Cavanaugh Turpin. If you watched him last year when they were giving him receiving opportunities, he seemed unsure. Like you would see him be frustrated with himself because he's maybe not finishing his route. He's maybe cutting it short, whatever the case may be. I do think he's gotten a better feel this year for how to be a receiver and some of the stuff he's supposed to do. I think that's just timing, but I agree with you. When you start looking at this coaching staff, you do have to ask some questions about the wide receiver coach. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that biscuit. Y'all are just taking shots. Just taking shots at people left and right. What a hater.
I'm asking, can we, if we're talking about coaches and toting that thing and bringing things from this year to next year, the wide receiver coach coming, I hope the wide receiver getting better.
Because CeeDee's just a dude. Yeah, but outside of that,
you don't need coaching
who's
when
been
you
developed
CeeDee Lamb.
for real in that
CeeDee
role.
Lamb, he came.
Handoff.
I mean, Turpin's better.
Thank you.
Jesse Holly.
Tote that thing.
What I want to tote from this year's Cowboys football season till next year's Cowboys football season, and there was only a small sample size of it, but I would love for it to grow this offseason. There was some aggression. There was some nastiness from guys like Brock Hoffman. Before Demarion Overshown went out, there was some aggression there. You see the aggression with Maris Luafau. I want that to carry. Maybe they have to have an aggression school this offseason. I want nasty. I want physical. I want teams. I want a reputation to be built that this is a nasty football team. And even if that borders the line of being a dirty football team, I might be a little okay with that. But what I do not want anymore, we already have the long thought of the Cowboys being a country club, right? And it all being about glitz and glam. And there's no real physicalness, nastiness about this football team. It's all finesse. It's all show. It's all flash. It's all stars. I think when we start talking about culture and identity and all of those things, take those small components of guys who are nasty. And I want that to somehow be fostered and built and allow that to grow in the locker room. I want a more nasty football team. Like at the end, in the game on Sunday, right? Payne should have got thrown out the game, but he had a rightful reason to punch Brock Hoffman in the face. You want to know why? Brock Hoffman reached around and grabbed the man in the Johnson. He grabbed the man's Johnson. So I get it. Punch him in the face. But that's Brock Hoffman, right? He reached around and grabbed the man. He's out there diddling? He reached around and grabbed the man sausage.
You can't diddle Duran.
And I'm like, little sus.
Oh, God.
Little sus.
Yeah.
But I like the nasty.
Yeah.
Piss a guy off because if I don't get caught, that could potentially be a guy getting thrown out of a game who's a damn good football player. Now, the ref didn't throw him out the game, but who's to say that next year when this happens, that if he does it, and he throws a punch, we get Deron Payne out the game.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I want this team to carry over the Johnson grabbing.
No.
I don't spit on anybody.
No,
don't do that.
Don't do that.
Pow punching, hair pulling, eye gouging nastiness.
To your point.
That's what I want. I want a little nasty. I want a little nasty.
Give it back
in the football team.
When we spoke to on the other show I'm on, when we spoke to the scouts after they drafted Maris Leofau, and they spoke about Demarion Overshown, is that the temperament was a big reason why they drafted them. They did want that linebacker core to be more nasty, like you're talking about.
But it wasn't about handies, was it?
No. It sure wasn't about that. I would hope not.
Wasn't about tugs.
No. Toughness. What you got, Brody?
Toughness.
Let's do the thing.
I actually don't think that.
Work.
I actually don't think
he can catch it.
I actually don't know if you're allowed to have it because mine kind of carries from Jesse's, but
mine kind of carries from.
Okay, then here it comes.
Actually, no, mine doesn't. No,
Look at me.
Because
Look at me. That's what I'm saying.
No, I don't want it. I changed it.
I'm lined up.
Tone setter.
I'm rejecting it.
You can't ice the kicker.
I'm rejecting
I'll lose my mind.
I'm rejecting.
Oh, block. How did you reject?
It's yours. It's yours. Yeah, so I couldn't come up with anything. No. So once I couldn't come up with anything, I had to come up with something. So I have something.
Trying to take me out?
I just want you to know that I couldn't come up with anything, and so I just had to pick basically a person.
Okay. So Jeff Cavanaugh,
tote that thing.
And so the person that let me see.
Need the ball. Oh, fumble. God.
This is bad, man.
It's been a while. Been a while. Can you guys hear the words "It's been a while" and just let it go?
No, I hear that too. I hear that too.
Been a while. Don't pretend you don't know what it is.
I have no clue.
This is a white guy thing, Jeff.
It is a white people.
No
It's a white
idea.
guy thing.
Kit Kat, do you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kit's a minority. She's a minority, so.
Been a while.
Since
It doesn't
I've
matter.
come.
It doesn't. What is it? It's not Creed. Is it? Who's It's Been a While?
Yeah, I actually don't even know who sings
Which white people band is that in the chat? Since I've gone, is it like Stained? If things up,
Stained.
just like I always do. No,
it. Could be a good Yoki.
I karaoke Alanis Morissette's "You Ought to Know." Before that, I was doing Olivia Rodrigo's "Good for You," and before that, I was doing Fall Out Boy's.
I'm with you, Chris Matthew. No
I
idea.
forgot.
But Sin City Cowboy, Jeremy Phillips.
Jeff, can you
they all
tote
say
so I can
Stained.
tote? I want to tote.
My carryover is y'all got to bring Jordan Lewis back.
Okay.
Because I'm about exhausted of all of the country club stuff, and I'm so exhausted of Jerry Jones' existence. I'm so exhausted of everything having to do with that, of doing business in a way that is not conducive to winning, of not trying your very, very best. And so what I would like is a no-nonsense professional who's also fun. Like, I think he has a nice, fun personality, but I think that he is thoughtful. I think that he takes his job very seriously. I think that he is a little bit small for his position and doesn't give a damn because he's tough and has football character, and he is a badass that's playing good football, and you don't have enough corners anyway. And because I want a team that exists in that vein of toughness, don't let that dude go.
Yeah.
Don't you sometimes wish like Jordan was I don't mean this in stature, but just a bigger player? Like if he was like the superstar, like if people
had to be like Jordan,
right?
That's what I want. I want people to be like Jordan.
If Jordan had, I'm not saying that he's not a locker room guy. He doesn't have the respect of guys, but like I'm just talking about in his popularity.
Oh yeah.
If he was CeeDee Lamb level, right? Micah level,
right?
With that level of play and toughness and attitude and grit, like that, he's a good player, but he's also a guy who doesn't play every down. He's also the guy who doesn't get the notoriety publicly. He's also a guy that isn't looked at from the outside.
Right. He's the third most known corner on the Cowboys.
You know what I'm saying? Like people go, oh, DeRon Bland and Trayvon Diggs, Jordan Lewis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I wish he had a bigger.
It's a bummer for him. Yeah.
Don't let my glue guy go. You need glue.
It's frustrating too because he's one of the highest graded nickels in the NFL. He's been
Fantastic.
good, and he tweeted yesterday. He was like,
I saw that.
"Ain't nobody doing what we haven't. They asking us to do." Like, and even when Dan Quinn was here, he would talk to me about how much they play man. He was like, "Ain't nobody doing this like we're doing."
Jay Lewis I looked at that tweet and I was like, oh, let me go ahead and put this out for myself.
What you?
Yeah, he's trying to get this money.
Yeah, he's like, don't nobody do what I do.
How come nobody's talking about how good I am?
Yeah, like
I will.
We vertical. We ain't passing routes off. Yeah, Joe Lewis trying to get that thing for himself.
Joseph, tote that thing.
So I was actually going to say Brock Hoffman originally, but you said it very well in terms of the aggressiveness. I think one thing that they need to tote, and I'll preface this by saying it might not even matter. It might be a moot point soon.
Salary cap responsibility.
Correct.
Keeping the budget in line.
Correct. Mike McCarthy could be gone. We still don't know. We're obviously still in the wind, as Micah Parsons said on that. But one thing that I think that if he does come back, they need to carry over, or actually kind of change in this case, is I think that they need to carry over things that they did well at the end of the season into the beginning of the season offensively. I think that that's something they thought they were going to do this season. I thought, hey, the first year of Mike McCarthy, we're going to install some things. Obviously it led to a playoff exit against the Packers, but they're going to build off this right when the season starts, right? No, they went back to rudimentary. They went back to Soul Glow, to quote Vach.
Yes, Soul Glow.
And
all curls.
it was very basic. It didn't work. The offense was stagnant. They went away from the run game. It was not good.
Curls everywhere.
Eventually that changed. They developed. Mike McCarthy expanded the offense. I mean, even last week we saw an offense that was built around Trey Lance individually. So I think if Mike McCarthy does come back, the thing he has to tout is what he did at the end of the season offensively into the beginning of the season, because they cannot revert back to Soul Glow.
Okay. The one thing I want to add to that is he has to do it for the entirety.
Please.
Yeah.
Because it's the first 15 is like, oh, I'm out the gate with these. Boom,
jab,
boom,
jab,
boom,
jab,
boom.
hey. Yeah.
And then he's like,
sorry.
yeah, what I got? I got nothing else. Like, then you start, then the game, like, when you looked at how he came out of the game, like last game, how he started the game, how he came out of the half, you're like, oh, okay. And then once he gets past those first two series, It was like,
it's the,
which way do we go now?
well, it's been
It was
a
like all
problem.
of a sudden it was like,
My plan ran out, and you're still Trey Lance, aren't you?
yeah. It was like, we ain't up 21 because if we up 21, I can do something. My simplicity won't bother anybody, but we'll see.
That's been a problem for the last couple of years. Is the counter to the counter.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, we pulled it off.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
Jesse's more than anyone else is pulling it, but we
Emphasis
pulled.
on tugs.
Give me the
huh?
nasty.
No,
it
y'all,
off.
please.
We did it.
Little rub tug.
We
to Robert
have the
Kraft.
who and the where for the Cowboys schedule next season. Is it about to get ugly, or are we about to bounce back in this piece? Let's figure that out on the DLLS Cowboys Podcast. We also thank you guys. If you are here, we appreciate you. If you're here and you're hitting the like button every time that you're watching the show, that's awesome. If you're super chatting, that is fantastic. If you're in the chat, that's good because it's good for the algorithm, and we want to be good for the algorithm. It's also doubly incredible if you sign up to be a diehard at alldlls.com. You already know that on youtube.com/@DLLS_sports, you get shows about your local teams every day. You have written content about your teams every day on alldlls.com. You get access to the premium written content when you sign up to be a diehard. In addition to that, you get an ad-free experience on the website. In addition to that, you get a free t-shirt. In addition to that, you get 20% off on merch, like my hoodie that I pretty much wear every day. In addition to that, get your diehard carrying card. In addition to that.
That's another reason why you don't need to raw dog a hoodie.
Why?
Because if you wear it multiple times,
Right.
come on.
Oh, I totally agree. Like, I'll never raw dog. The hoodie you can't raw dog because then it would become something that you had to wash every day.
That's what I'm saying.
This gets a good 3, maybe 4 wears. And you could go longer if you wanted. You could just smell test it. But I tend to be a 3 to 4 wear guy and then toss it on in there with a couple of other ones.
How often do you smell test your clothes before you put them on?
I don't have a good sense of smell is the problem.
I think if you're a male,
Are you saying I
I'm gonna
stink?
be honest with you.
Am I stanky?
If you're a male, you do it often. If you're a male, you do it often.
Y'all smell. Y'all just smell
I put clean clothes on. Okay.
I don't.
I'm probably the most hygienic person on. I should say hygienic male on this.
I think you're the
show.
most hygienic person because, like, you carry wipes to, like,
Yeah, I
open
don't
your
do all
car
that.
door.
I'm just saying.
And
But
I-
every now and again, I'll do
see,
the smell
I see the
test.
nails right now. I mean, you know.
Yeah, you're a psycho.
I mean, you know.
Oh, those are glistening.
He got glistening nails.
He got polish on.
Yeah, he got. Yeah.
I'll take you one
It's
day.
just a clear coat.
Anyway,
It's
when
a clear coat.
It's a nice
Clear
gel
coat.
clear coat. You know,
Anyway.
manicure, pedicures. Keep yourself
Damn.
right.
And you don't say pause or anything, huh?
For what?
Because I would think in the culture that would be looked at
What culture?
interestingly.
These kids paint their
Our
nails.
culture.
They paint their nails.
No.
Why you
nowadays.
talking about Caleb Williams?
I was thinking about the Jared McCain kid
Y'all gotta
from
stop
Philadelphia,
him. Y'all gotta stop him.
the basketball player, the TikToker. Yeah,
You also
he
get
went to
asked-
that bad school in Durham.
You also get into our Discord server if you sign up to be a diehard. I want to shout out Kevin Turner in the chat just because KT's
Oh!
here, and that's one of the sweetest men on planet Earth. One of the most
Thank you,
talented
KT.
men on planet Earth.
KT Fun Tweets.
KT looking good. Follow his YouTube channel.
love
He
KT,
farts
man.
around on here.
You know what I love about KT? This is a complete random thing. I love
His
people-
curls.
No, I love people who are just unapologetically them.
Yeah, he don't care.
If you don't love KT, it's a you problem.
And he probably doesn't wash his hoodies very often.
I don't know.
Not our
I don't know.
He knows.
No. The
Not our
young,
business.
He
the
lived
missus,
with me for a while.
the-
He used
the-
to live with me.
no, the missus
He
get
was
him
saying
right.
he would know. I think Jeff knows.
I'm
Yeah,
saying like
yeah.
single KT, yes. The missus now ain't
Yeah.
letting the missus now ain't letting that.
He is
She
a
ain't
married
letting that
man.
rock. She ain't letting that rock. That ain't rocking.
He is a married man.
Hey,
That ain't rocking.
one question: Did you watch Bryce Lance last night?
Who?
What are you saying? What are your words?
Who?
Bryce Lance.
Who is that?
What are you doing?
He was balling last night.
Where?
North Dakota
Who is-
State.
What does he do?
What does he play?
Oh my God! I thought y'all was into. Y'all supposed to be into the Cowboys. Y'all supposed to be into these players.
What is
you didn't
that?
watch Bryce Lance either?
No.
What do he do?
Trey Lance's brother plays for North Dakota State. He was balling last night in the championship game in Frisco against Montana State. Yeah.
And you're saying he plays receiver?
Yeah, it's receiver.
So maybe Trey's been playing the wrong
yeah,
position?
he's long, fast, made some great catches.
Maybe we
You
can
didn't
get
watch
Trey
it at all?
maybe we can get Trey to the right position. really unlock this. We need a number 2 receiver.
In the words of Clarence Hill,
You played his.
I only play the hits, baby. I only play the hits, baby. I only play the hits, baby.
It was a.
Yeah, I only play the hits, baby.
Was it? What? I don't even know what day of week it is. It was
Exactly.
Monday night.
I only play the hits, baby.
On TV.
Listen, I watch Texas on Friday. I only play the hits, baby. I ain't watching no Montana State.
I mean, I know people in the chat. Y'all saw
I've seen people talking
y'all
about
saw
it on
Bryce
Twitter.
Lance had a good game, man.
I did. I saw people talking about it on Twitter.
Yeah.
No one in the chat saw it. I take that back.
Put it in the chat. Did y'all watch Bryce Lance?
How many people?
He got something.
How many people are watching live? Katya, 675.
We cooking today.
I bet at least 7 people in that chat were watching. I bet
More than 7 watched Bryce Lance. Watch that game
We
last
only
night.
watch the hits, brother.
Identify yourself. Were you watching North Dakota fart and Montana poo? Were you checking that
North
out?
Dakota's won like 9 titles since 2010 or something like this.
Step your game up. Come play with the big dog.
Crazy.
Name another player from North Dakota State besides
Bryce.
Besides Hunter Lipke and
Bryce.
Carson Wentz.
Bryce.
He used to
I'm
cook.
talking about him.
He used to cook.
I mean, it's easy. I mean, Trey Lance.
Easton Stick.
Did he go there?
Yeah. They had a wideout too.
Well, you watch film, but
I do.
only watching
I
the hits.
do this.
Montana State.
I do.
Let's go.
Let's get to the
game,
real.
man. Good
Let's get to the
game.
real hits.
See, I watched
All right, we got the opponents.
Ricky Morris.
Show me my opponent. We got the opponents of the Cowboys for 2025, and I got to tell you,
and lives in South Dakota.
looks like 6-11. Well, it depends. It depends.
Oh, but everybody in the division has the same schedule.
It depends
pretty
who
much.
they try.
No idea.
It depends who they try. Well, everybody has. What do we got so far? We got 9. We got all 17. So we have your third place. So you don't have the exact same schedule because the Cowboys get 2 third place teams. Eagles get 2 first place teams.
Right.
Washington get 2 second place teams. So you got a little different schedule. So we get a couple easy ones. Cowboys are going to get dog walked at home a lot next year, and I'm really excited about that. So if you haven't seen it yet, here are the 17 games that the 17 opponents. You already know 6 of them: Washington, Philly, and New York. That's 6 of your games.
Philly.
Here's the home games, and boy, Jerry's loving this. Because no matter how mad you are, one of these might sound good to you. You might go download that Game Time app, use the promo code DLLS, knock $20 off that purchase,
You
and go
better
ahead and
promote.
get in that game.
You better promote.
Yeah.
They're going to host the Green Bay Packers.
Who won't have their best receiver.
Jesus.
They'll probably draft another one. They'll probably sign another one.
Yeah.
Who's-
You
Watson
Watson towards ACL.
Oh, yeah, he's not very good.
He's their deep threat.
No, yeah, he runs
He
fast.
cooked us last year.
No, he runs fast. He runs
He's their
fast.
deep
Cooked
threat.
us.
Jaden Reeves the one.
He runs fast. They just collected a bunch of, hey, that'll work. Whereas we got one awesome and a bunch of that won't work. They just got a bunch of, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
You will host the Vikings.
Mm.
J.J. McCarthy's Vikings.
Got
You don't think Sam Darnold?
Sam Darnold got
J.J. McCarthy's
Sam Darnold got
Gross.
exposed by Detroit. Hold the ball too long. get
Detroit.
to him.
See, there's certain teams I go, they expose everybody.
I know.
So I don't
know.
even
We just-
count that one towards. It ain't even. I don't give a damn who it is. JJ McCarthy or whatever. You got to deal with.
We'll get
Justin
back to the
Jefferson
schedule
or
stuff
something.
because I want to talk about the Lions for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
You might have brought it up, but it's something that I think too. But you might have brought it up. But you know that I don't remember how things
Yeah,
go.
I got you.
Like the Lions do have who they are, and who they are messes up who you are.
Tracking.
Yes.
Right.
That's who you want to be.
Yes.
The Lions are the most aggressive 4th down team in football,
Mhm.
and it's who they are.
Right.
So when it is 3rd and 7 and they call a run play, like it's whatever because they all know, cool, here we go. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. Sometimes we're going to get stopped. Old heads in football, if we ever lose a game or we don't make it on 4th down, are going to say, see, I told you, despite the fact that we've won 4 more games than the one that we lost, that we should have lost. Like
Old heads in
they're
football.
kicking ass by being a more aggressive football team because you're supposed to be. They're doing what the numbers say you should do, and it pays off for them a lot. Then you go play the Lions, and suddenly you go, oh, crap.
Yeah, I brought this up yesterday.
They're going for
that's
it.
where this
They're going to go for it. 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 And so now suddenly your head coach goes, you know what? We're playing. Crap. We're playing them.
Right.
Go for it.
Right.
And then you get stopped.
Flummoxed. That's what happened.
And your head explodes. And the next time down, you have less to go on 4th down, and you kick a chippy field goal. And so now even your team's looking at you like, wait, I thought we just declared we had to be super aggressive to beat them. We got stopped one time, and now you're not going to let us go. So when we line up on 4th down, we're thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's just business
For
to the
them.
Lions.
Yeah.
So what happened Sunday night? And I think it's interesting because I think the Eagles are similar that way when they with the tush push because they can go for it.
Yeah.
You know, they call plays even in the middle of the field on 3rd down to get 4th and 1 because they know they can go for it because it's so automatic. And I think that makes it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the unpredictability has to be difficult as well. I mean, you're talking about the 4th down stuff being like a sure thing, but the way that they incorporate different trick plays and stuff on there, and then they also too, to your point, they've leaned into the fact that they know their offensive line is good, so they can just do basically whatever they want offensively. I mean, they have a tool. Yes, they can do almost whatever they want offensively. They do put a lot of pressure on you to do what you need to do. Now, their defense took a lot of hits this year, but they still are able to perform because they take the ball away. They do the toughness, the biting ankle,
Aaron
Glenn, Ben Johnson.
Anybody concerned that the Eagles quarterback is still out with a concussion?
No, they're just taking their time. They ain't worried about it.
I'd be more concerned about
the fact he's not very good, and that's probably going to be the reason they don't win a Super Bowl. They probably have the best team, but I don't think their quarterback's good enough. I think that's going to happen.
Are they one and the same? Philly and Detroit?
No.
I mean, I think Philly, man for man, is better than Detroit, but I think who Detroit is could have them beat Philly.
Well, Detroit is a better offensive coordinator.
You know what? I was getting ready to say. That's what I was getting ready to say.
I think Philly got a better offensive coordinator.
No.
No, you don't. No, stop. Like, no, you don't. No, you don't.
Let's get back to the schedule.
No, you don't.
You like instigate.
Let's get back to the schedule.
Kellen has improved as a play caller.
He's not better than Ben Johnson.
He's not, but he's matured as a play caller.
Okay,
well, he walked into a situation where the quarterback wasn't very good, and they could block their asses off, and they had a great running back. And Kellen said, "Why don't we just hand it off?"
But you made a great point. That is what I've been preaching. Is when all things are equal, do I have a competitive advantage on the headset? And you just said it. Well, this team is really good. This team is really good.
Yes.
They both have their strengths.
Right.
They both have their weaknesses. But where do I go and I find the competitive advantage? Who is under the headsets? And that's the part when I talk about bringing it full circle back to Mike McCarthy is why we need a change. Right. Because we're gonna get a decent roster. It's gonna be a decent roster. It's gonna be decent. But when you gotta go up against another decent or better roster, where do I find my competitive advantage? And if it ain't if you don't have it under the headset, you'll be taking the L. And that's why some of these people on the schedule that we're looking at will take L's too.
I would also love it if Philly and Detroit had a little bit of a melee breakout. And fake tough Nick Sirianni found himself staring down the barrel of Dan Campbell. Watch that man wet himself.
Just getting back for the schedule for a second.
Washington, New York, Philly, Arizona, Green Bay, Minnesota, Kansas City, and the Chargers are the teams that you'll play at home.
Yes.
Chiefs, Vikings, Packers, Chargers, all coming to your house. That's
Cha-ching for Jerry Jones.
Defense
for the team.
That's 4-4 at home.
Every one of those teams has a good defense.
It's 3-5 at home.
I'm about to say
that's 3. I forgot about the Eagles.
Yeah. And it's 9.
It's 2-6 at home.
And 9 road games because of 8 home games, 9 road games.
Yeah, and the road games are where they're going to actually need to make their hay next year. Detroit is one of them, but you also have Chicago, the Raiders, the Jets, the Panthers. So they have a very not opposite, but like it's very different. They're home and away. Their home games are going to be very, 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 very tough. Their away games are going to be very, very, very,
from
very,
a team media standpoint, always team media, we're upset that Atlanta lost to Carolina because it meant that instead of going to New Orleans next year, we go to Carolina and Charlotte for the 3rd straight year.
You hate Charlotte?
I mean, we've been there 3. We've been there 2 straight years. We're going for a 3rd. We could have been going to New Orleans.
He goes, I don't hate Charlotte. I just love New Orleans a little bit more.
Yeah, you just got to figure out.
I'm just saying.
We're about to go to New Orleans.
I'm just talking about from next year. As Cowboy fans, people travel. They've done Carolina. 3rd straight year to Charlotte.
No one here traveled to Charlotte to watch the Cowboys.
Are you You're crazy.
In the chat, tell me if you
I'm
went.
telling you.
Not one person here went.
Maybe not. A lot of Cowboy fans were there. I saw them. I know. I got friends. I got a lot of people from Dallas that went to Charlotte.
You don't have
Charlotte's a big Cowboy country.
Everywhere is big Cowboy country.
I understand that, but that's
you should all be ashamed of yourself.
The Carolinas, a lot of Cowboy fans. A lot of Cowboy fans come to Charlotte.
We got to all bail together. We got to come up with some like soccer style hooligan songs about Jerry Jones. We got to just.
He makes you money. He makes you a rich man. We've talked about this.
Thank you, Jerry.
Soccer.
Oh yeah, they got all sorts of stuff. They got songs left and right in the stands. Oh, they go ham in soccer. Hey, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you tomorrow. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through, so be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
Or else. Not a threat.
We all silly like the mayor.